جيرل باور مع أهضم الممثلات بالمهنة. أهلا وسهلا بسكوب with رايا بروما. بسكوب هالأسبوع كل المستجدات للسيلبرتيز بعالم الفن وعلى صفحتنا. إيثان هوك بيحكينا عن حياته المهنية وعن فيلم جود كيل.
I wish I could just take that anxiety away.
وكريستيان بيل هو ضيفنا بتويتر سكوب وبموفي اوف ذا ويك بنفس الوقت.
Not the Bale.
بالجزء الثاني كل الباز عن مهرجان كان السينمائي لهالسنة يلي بيبتدي هالأسبوع، وريبورتاج طويل عن فيلم ذا بروفيت مع سلمى حايك يلي أخيراً رح نشوفه بصالتنا.
This film is for you.
أما بالجزء الأخير فدين دهان هو هوت إن هوليوود، ومننهي مع الإكسكلوسيف انترفيوز لنجمات فيلم بيتش بيرفكت 2 ريبل ويلسون وإليزابيث بانكس.
I'd be like going opening day to see them for sure.
أهلا وسهلا للجميع بحلقة الليلة من سكوب. معنا ريا موجودة بالعاصمة الإيطالية روما. هالمرة رح نبدأ مع فقرة سكوبس لكل الأبس اند داونز للمشاهير هالأسبوع، خاصة المقالات اللي أثارت أكثر شيء الانتباه على صفحتنا mbc.net/scoop-with-raya. هالأسبوع على صفحتنا الكل حب يقرأ المقالة عن الرويال بيبي وكيف كاتبة هاري بوتر جي كي رولينج تنبأت تاريخ الولادة لكن مش الاسم، وأيضاً كيف ديفيد باكم كان مسرور جداً إنه الرويال بيبي شارلوت ولدت بنفس نهار عيد ميلاده ال40 يلي احتفلوا بمراكش مع كل السيلبرتي فريندز تبعوله. ومن البيج ارتكلز هالاسبوع نجمة افنجرز وهاو اي ميت يور ماذر كوبي سمولدرز تكلمت عن آلامها بالسرطان مثل أنجلينا جولي. أما أهم ارتكل يلي أثار الجدل على mbc.net/scoop-with-raya هالأسبوع كان عن النجوم يلي مش رح نشوفهم قريباً على تويتر. وفقرة باباراتي شوت اوف ذا ويك لازم تكون عن البيست وورست دريس هالسنة بالميت جالا بنيويورك. النجم كريستيان بيل هو ضيفنا هالاسبوع بفقرتين بنفس الوقت، تويتر سكوب ليتكلم عن فيلمه الجديد نايت اوف كابس، وايضا موفي اوف ذا ويك ليتكلم عن افلام باتمان دارك نايت يلي رح نعرضها قريبا جدا على MBC 2. أول سؤال من الفانز لكريستيان بيل هو إذا المعجبين بيسموه أحياناً جاريث بيل مثل الفوتبول بلاير.
It's quite funny, like if I call in Europe anyway, not in America, but in Europe, if I call somewhere and I'm making a, reservation at a restaurant or something, and I'll say, oh, they say your last name, they say Bale, and they go, the Bale, and I go, I don't think so. Which Bale are you thinking of? And it's always Gareth. They go, Gareth. I go, no, sorry, not that one. No, so not the Bale.
Let me tell you about you.
تاني سؤال كان عن العمل مع تيرنس مالك بفيلم نايت اوف كابس.
I'm very, very, fond of Terry. He came to me with this one and said, all right, Christian, I'll give you a character description. But that's it. That's all you're ever going to get. You'll never know what's going to happen each and every day on the set. Any scene, you'll have no idea. I'll just throw things at you and you've got to respond.
والفانز حبوا يعرفوا من كريستيان بيل شو يلي مميز بشخصيته هالمرة.
He's a character who's saying to himself, oh, there's something missing here, and he's really bored of listening to himself, and so he's a listener, he's an observer.
أما السؤال الأخير من الفانز لكريستيان بيل كان شو هو المميز بتجربته بالأفلام خاصة بنايت اوف كابس.
Yeah, very totally different style of filming than anything that I've done before. And always the call on the set would always be, is everyone ready? And everyone would go no, and Terry would go, great, let's go. And so it became like the mantra of let's start before we're ready.
Find your way from darkness to light.
What's that? Another tumbler? Oh, you wouldn't be interested in that.
It must feel, a blessing for you to be the one to be able to explore that dark side, the Bruce Wayne aspect of Batman.
I would have been jealous of anybody else who had gotten to portray Batman in this fashion. Somebody who is attempting to do good, but who is constantly pulled down by his negative emotions.
Kill the Batman.
على الام بي سي 2 عنا باتمان اكسترافاغانسا، احضروا التريلوجي بكملها وعلى التوالي. باتمان بيجنز ب 23 مايو الساعة 11، ذا دارك نايت ب 24 مايو الساعة 11 كمان، وذا دارك نايت رايزز ب 25 مايو كمان الساعة 11 حصرياً على الام بي سي 2. فقرة بيهايند ذا سينز، النجم إيثان هوك اللي ترشح هالسنة لجائزة أوسكار لفيلم بوي هود عم يتكلم معي عن أجدد أفلامه جود كيل يلي رح يظهر هالأسبوع بصالتنا بالعالم العربي وتصور بكامله بلاس فيغاس.
Age at your discretion. 3, 2, 1.
Good kill.
Is that a prerequisite now with all the interesting roles that you've had to do something that you haven't done before, to have a character that is so surprising, or a project, you know, of course Boyhood was, but that was by chance
You're always seeking things out that are going to be original. I mean, that's the dream, you know. It was thrilling to get a movie script about the drone thing just because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Or what Richard Linklater was doing with Boyhood was so unique. I did this science fiction movie earlier this year called Predestination, which is totally out of its mind. And I really enjoyed that.
I'm a temporal agent. We prevent crime before it takes place. What is it? It's a time machine.
I don't like condescending movies where they're trying to tell you what they think.
I hate movies like that. They're trying to get your vote.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they're trying to get you to think, well, this is the right way to think. This is the wrong way to think. He's presenting you with an incredibly complex character. A person who throughout the movie behaves in odd and bizarre, hopefully human ways. This is a guy who deeply believes in the war. He's just disappointed he's not getting to fly an F-16. You know, I mean, that's very human. He's lost the integrity of putting himself in danger. He didn't mind, you know, the war when he was being attacked because he enjoyed the adrenaline.
Yeah.
But without the adrenaline, he's just left with the guilt.
God damn it, what's that?
Shit.
Time of flight? 7 seconds.
Abort?
Negative. Impact 3 seconds. Run, you little shits.
The experience of cinema should be the entertainment, the escape, the emotional core that you have with the big screen. Are you a film fan yourself? Did you remain that?
Oh, I don't think you could spend 30 years making movies all the time if you don't love it. You know, I would have gotten burnt out a long time ago if... I've always tried to cultivate the attitude of an amateur, you know, just to try to maintain that feeling I had on a film set the first few times.
So what'd you log? 6 tours, 200 combats before you got here?
I am a pilot, and I'm not flying.
If you look back at the Reality Bites days, which is when we were introduced to you, what would you say to your younger self?
You know, the first thing I would say is to enjoy it more. You know, when young people are so full of, there's so much fear about the future that it's hard to enjoy the present. You know, I was so worried I wasn't going to get the chance again, or worried about all different things young people worry about. And I wish I could just take that anxiety away.
Yeah, people should have more hindsight in Hollywood, but obviously it's difficult.
Not just Hollywood, everywhere.
Yeah.
He's quiet. What happens when he gets angry? He gets more quiet.
I don't know what it is that I am doing, but it's not flying.
انتهى الجزء الأول من حلقتنا الليلة بروما. لاقوني بالبارت 2 مع تكملة لكل تغطيتنا للسلمى حايق ببيروت وبالعالم. خليكن معنا بسكوب وذ رايا. عودة لحلقة الليلة من سكوب معي أنا رايا، موجودة بروما هالأسبوع. هلأ صار وقت فقرة سكوب باز لنتكلم أكيد عن مهرجان كان السينمائي الدولي يلي بيبدأ هالأسبوع، وأنا أكيد منتظرة بفارغ الصبر إنه أكتشف نجوم جداد وأفلام جديدة بنشوف هلأ بسكوب باز. أنا عندي صديق جديد، تشاو، ما بيحبني كثير. كلنا هالاسبوع بكان ناطرين على نار انه نشوف اخيرا شارليز ثيرون وتوم هاردي بماد ماكس فيوري رود.
Can you tell us your character and his body language and how difficult it was to be him?
You know, that's what draws me to a character. Like, okay, how can I take this and do a solid investigation whereby by the end of the film you know this person.
وبعد ما شفناها ب How to Train Your Dragon السنة الماضية، الممثلة المتألقة كيت بلانشيت رح تعود بالمسابقة بكان هالسنة مع فيلم مختلف جدا، كارول.
You like to encourage young filmmakers, young actors.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's great to be connected across generations, and certainly with my sons, I'm not just interested in showing them what's current in cinema now or in the last 10 years. We're taking them right back to the Marx Brothers and Buster Keaton.
Now here I am, up here.
أما جيف بريدجز فرح نسمع صوته بكان هالسنة مع أيضا ماريون كوتيار بفيلم The Little Prince، النسخة الجديدة للقصة الشهيرة هالمرة بنوع الأنيميشن.
Well, you are known as one of the coolest people in Hollywood. Does anything make you ever lose your cool?
Oh yeah, most things. You know, you asking that question, I find that my coolness goes away because I want to come up with a good answer.
وأميلي بلانت رح نشوفها كمان بفضل فيلم سيكاريو بكان هالسنة.
Is it important for you to map out your career as having roles that are not similar?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very conscious decision each time what I choose to do and how it differentiates from what I've done previously. And I want to ask myself the question, I don't quite know how I'm going to do this, you know.
والهايلايت رح يكون الأوسكار وينر ماثيو ماكونهي بمهرجان كان هالسنة مع نيومي واتس لفيلم The Sea of Trees.
Is there candid excitement being in Cannes, even for famous stars like you?
I really didn't come into Cannes with any expectations, and I'm real happy with that I've been able to come here and experience things for the first time.
أخيراً سلمى حايك اشتركت بفيلم إيطالي Tale of Tales ورح نشوفها بكان هالسنة أيضاً. بعد ما شفناها على الريد كاربت الأسبوع الماضي ببيروت، صار وقت فقرة 1 on 1 هالأسبوع بسكوب مع سلمى حايك وكل المقابلات اللي أجريتها معها ببيروت بتورونتو وبكان حول المشروع الكبير The Prophet. كلنا صرنا نعرف انه مشروع انتاج النسخة السينمائية من كتاب جبران خليل جبران النبي كان مشروع شغف لسلمى حايك من زمان طويل.
I was introduced to Khalil Gibran when I was a really small child because my grandfather always had the book. My grandfather, who was also Lebanese, this film is for you, for the Lebanese audience and for the world. But I think this place is very special for us, and that's why we're coming here first.
Mustafa, you bring a riot to our doorstep.
لرواية القصة بأفضل طريقة تم اختيار تقنية تقليدية ال 2D animation.
Nothing less than a call to rebellion.
It also so much captures the spirit of Khalil Gibran and this, 2D, old-fashioned animation, which really looks like so elusive. It makes you dream when you start watching it. So how much did you want this to be, traditional animation?
I wanted it to have this sensation of naivete, so that it reminds you of your childhood, because we're going to talk about important things in life, but we should do it with a light heart. It should not be preachy. It should be a celebration of what life is. And it was important for all of us parents to be able to show this to our children and transport them a little bit to our time when we were children.
Do I hear a mouse?
الأدوار الصوتية اشترك فيها أكبر النجوم بالعالم، سلمى حايك أكيد، جون كريسينسكي، كوفانشيني واليس وخاصة ليام نيسون.
I never get visitors.
Liam Neeson loved the book. It's a book that has been very special to him. He was able to recite all the poems by heart.
I'm their prisoner. My crime? Poetry.
I wanted to ask you about being the voice of the Prophet in The Prophet with Salma Hayek. It's very exciting for us. Obviously, it's a movie about, the region and originated in Lebanon.
I was very flattered, very honored to be asked. I read Khalil Gibran when I was 17 or 18. I'm so glad he's still very, very popular, Like when I talk to the hip kids nowadays, they say, oh yeah, Gibran, yeah, we still read him, yeah. But it's a lovely film. It's a lovely animated film, and it was a joy to work on his poetry.
للوازم الفيلم انضافت شخصيات ما شفناها بالكتاب، وسلمى حايك ضافت خبرتها كأم بأداء الصوتي.
Nothing I do or say gets through to her.
Not only has it been your passion project for so many years, but also the storyline, of the mother and her daughter. It felt so personal to you.
Yes, I mean, it's not that it felt personal. I didn't go through, thank God,
no, of
the
course.
experiences, but I do feel for all the mothers. My heart goes out for all the mothers who have to raise the children for one reason or another on their own. So I was very moved by the story of this character, which is not in the book that we created for the film.
In your longing for your greatest...
وكان مهم جدا بالنسبة للكل بهالمشروع أنه النوعية الفنية تكون عالية جدا.
The movie breaks all the rules, but we wanted to do something original. And we wanted to do something very artistic also because Khalil Gibran was an artist. And it was amazing to be able to bring some of the best animators in the world who have all been touched by his words. And they come from different religions, from different ages, different parts of the world. And they all bring something special.
We are spirits, free as the wind.
هلا صار وقت تكون من البريكرز لكيت كات واخذ استراحه صغيره، بما انه انا بروما اكيد الاستراحه رح تكون بيج ريلاكسيشن دولتشي فيتا ستايل. بالبارت 3 ليونه مع كل نجمات فيلم بيتش بيرفكت، خليكم معنا. هذا لحديث الليله من سكوب وذ رايا وانا بروما هالاسبوع. هلا صار وقت فقره هات ان هوليوود عم خصصها لدين دهان يلي كلنا عرفناه كالفيلن بافلام اميزنج سبايدر مان، هلا عم بيمثل دور الممثل الاسطوري جيمس دين بفيلم اسمه لايف. You're always in interesting roles in an interesting way. How important is it for you that the role is something you feel that you can become a character in, that you can lose yourself in?
Yeah, well, that's the goal, you know. Sometimes it's fun when I don't know if I can do it or not. You know, that's the challenge, and that's how I think I'll grow as an actor. But the goal is to always lose myself in the roles.
I don't want to play their stupid game.
You don't have to. I mean, just let me help you. I got 30 million people reading Life magazine. That way we do a great shoot, and then none of this stuff.
Wait a minute, you think you're giving me something that's not already coming my way?
Was it a daunting thing to envisage playing James Dean, or you thought, you know, it's a character?
It was daunting, for sure. James Dean is one of my favorite actors and someone I admire a lot, and someone you know, who's been iconic to me in my life. And it was really interesting to take on this role and to really have to try to find who he was as a human.
I lose myself in my roles. I don't want to lose myself in all this other stuff.
Let's say this story was transposed. Let's say James Dean was living in the age of social media. How things would have been different. What do you think?
I don't know. You know, I don't know if James Dean would have been on Twitter. Probably not. He probably wouldn't. He'd probably be pretty against the whole thing.
Maybe Instagram, if someone else did the
but probably not Instagram. You know, he would probably have a. You know, James Dean had a hard time dealing with the publicity aspect of the business. So it would probably weigh him down a lot if he had to deal with all the paparazzi following him.
بفقرة اكسكلوسيف هالاسبوع ضيفتنا هن اثنين من نجمات بيتش بيرفكت 2 البلوك باستر موفي. اولا هي اليزابيث بانكس اللي مش بس مثلت بالفيلم لكن هي المخرجه هالمره، وريبل ويلسون هي من النجمات الصاعدات حاليا بهوليوود وبالعالم ومهضومه جدا جدا.
The World Championships of Acapella, where every 4 years the best from around the globe compete for world domination. No American team has ever won.
Rebel, it's such a pleasure to finally meet you. I saw the film yesterday morning and I so much enjoyed, you know, the atmosphere that those movies have. It's probably, you know, very easy to keep your rock on the whole time, right?
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about doing a musical comedy is that there's so much colour and life in these movies. It's not just jokes, it's like cool dance routines and songs. And so, yeah, it's just a very entertaining movie. These movies, like if I wasn't in them, I'd be like going opening day to see them for sure.
Totally agree. I go myself.
It is the decision of this governing body that the Bellas are hereby suspended.
Elizabeth, it's a pleasure to see you again, but like super excited for you because obviously this is your first directing film, and you know, what were the challenges for you? What was most difficult?
Well, the biggest challenge was just making a sequel to something
Yeah.
that people really love. You know, you do not want to disappoint the fans.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, I wanted no ire coming my way. So, you know, it was all about making this movie as funny as the first.
Fans always want to know things, obviously, and one of our fans wanted to know if you have anything in common with Amy.
I think, okay, one of the key character traits with Fat Amy is that she's very confident. At times she's overly confident, which is where you get a lot of the humour from. But I think in real life, like, I'm not a maniac, like I'm not going around going, oh, I'm so great. But I think I have always had like an inner confidence and like a comfortability in within my own skin that comes out through Fat Amy that I think people really respond to.
You're gonna miss me by my everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
In this movie, we wanted to give more of the characters more story. You know, I really wanted Rebel to have a love story. I thought that was really important, and also to just explore this transition in all of their lives of leaving college, of graduating, and facing life after the Bellas.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
And in this one, it's interesting because all the characters go a little bit, you know, further in terms of what their projects are. It's a little bit more exploring what their options are, isn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, we have such a huge ensemble cast in the film, and in this one, the Barden Bellas are graduating and from college, and you explore a bit more about what that means for them. And I mean, Elizabeth Banks, who directed this second one, she was really wanted to explore the characters more and in a bit more depth than what you saw in the first one. And I think we really achieved that.
Okay, what are we doing? We're rediscovering our sound. Are we? Because it feels like we're just singing songs that we would never put in our set.
It's obviously a big ensemble as well, which is a challenge in itself, you know, the organized chaos of having so many actresses on set, right?
Absolutely, yeah, you have to be a very organized person. I had a very strict to-do list every day and tried to stick to it, and you know, but also leave a little room for play. You know, we're really having fun, and I think there's an organic nature to the improvisational nature of the movie, and I think that really shows up on screen when everybody is actually having a great time together.
Absolutely.
Do you need some of my confidence? Because I could maybe tone mine down a notch.
Yeah, okay. That comes from there. Okay, thank you.
I just need that.
What did you learn, you know, obviously the cliche question, about the a cappella world throughout the first and the second?
I had been in an a cappella singing group in Australia that was in high school, so it wasn't very professional. But the two guys, Ed and Deke, who are kind of deemed the godfathers of a cappella in America, who teach us, we do learn a lot. Like, you do learn a lot of different sounds, how to make weird, strange sounds, not just singing words, and just, yeah, your musicality, and how to harmonize properly with all the other girls. Like, you do learn a lot of skills by doing a cappella singing.
Can I say we should probably wait for bed though?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel safe about this.
All right, let's do that one again. Great.
What kind of breaks do you like to take on set, you know, whether as a director or as an actor? What kind of breaks?
What kind of breaks do I like to take?
Yeah, what kind of breaker are you?
Well, I mean, my favorite moments when I'm on set are when my children come and visit. That's like, you know, that's my break. It like reminds me what life is actually about. You know, any of the concerns or challenges that I'm facing that day sort of all go away when I'm covered in kisses by my children.
That's a good one to have. Very good one to have.
Every Bella must christen the house by sliding down the staircase.
Let me show you.
Crushed it.
انتهت حلقة الليلة من سكوب هون بروما. الأسبوع المقبل رح يكون بعدني تحت الشمس، لكن هالمرة بمهرجان كان السينمائي الدولي بأول حلقاتنا الخاصة بهالبيك فيلم فيستيفال. وبهالوقت دايما فيكم تتابعونا يوميا، لكن الأخبار كان على السوشيال ميديا، على انستغرام، على تويتر، على facebook.com/scoopwithraya وعلى mbc.net/scoopwithraya. الكومبيتيشن هي دايما mbc.net/scoopwin لتفوزوا بجوائز قيمة للسوني موبايل. See you next week in Cannes. Ciao ciao.